Defense and security forces are the service of the people for the preservation of social peace and national cohesion, guarantee of the emergence of Cameroon. This is the theme for this year's edition of the 20th May celebration, commonly known as the National Day in Cameroon. Away from the fanfare display, Cameroon is celebrating 50 years as a unitary state. But given that in 2010, the country celebrated 50 years of independence, many Cameroonians are yet to understand the reason for another golden jubilee. However, going down memory lane, we examine the developments that led to the unitary state of Cameroon from 1959 to 1972, which were characterized by a conflict of interest and views, and subsequently changed the previous federal state into a unitary state in 1972, as no Prudence, an expert in Cameroon history, now tells us more.
We go down to history, realize that this day was instituted on the 20th of May 1972 after a referendum, and this referendum, like we know, came due to the difficulty of the then president Amadou Ahidjo to properly administer the country under the federal system. So after some national analysis and why the country wasn't moving forward in terms of economic, social and cultural development, the president took it to the Federal National Assembly on the 9th of May 1972. So this particular decision made through a referendum by Cameroonians to adopt this new system of governance made Ahidjo to declare the 20th May as Cameroon National Day celebration.
50 years as a unitary state, Cameroonians have expressed mixed feelings in terms of the country's achievements.
Things have changed. There was no crisis. Now 2022, there's a crisis, northwest and southwest, which is bringing down all very big problem in our country.
There have been some considerable advancement in the development of Cameroon 50 years after the adoption of this new system of government. But this development, like we can see, has been very slow when we want to compare to other African countries.
Here in Douala, it was an opportunity for outstanding citizens to be awarded with gold medals as recognition for their assiduousness in work, while both civilian and military march past parade took central stage to call it a day.
L'armée s'est déployée dans ses plus belles parures ce 20 mai à l'honneur de la célébration des noces d'or de l'unité du Cameroun dans la localité de Loum. Ces troupes, sorties en grand nombre sous l'égide du lieutenant Mohamed Moulioum et du major Itungé, ont pu rehausser les couleurs de l'unité camerounaise grâce à l'atmosphère de paix qui sévit dans le coupé Manégouba, résultat des efforts de l'armée camerounaise. Une occasion donnée aux élèves, foule présente, d'admirer la parade, eux qui ont été sévrés 2 ans durant.
Sont heureuses, à l'instar de celles du reste de notre pays, de fêter le 50e anniversaire de l'unité du Cameroun. Vous avez pu constater qu'elles sont venues nombreuses dire l'amour qu'elles portent à leur pays et la volonté qu'elles ont de le servir dans la paix et sur la volonté.
Nonobstant cette stabilité, l'appel demeure celui de la paix et de la cohésion nationale, tant prôné par le chef de l'État, Paul Biya.
L'objectif premier, c'est de laisser le Cameroun un et indivisible. Mais il faudrait que cette diversité soit respectée par les uns et les autres, et nous appelons le gouvernement à s'y pencher.
Cet événement, riche en sons et en couleurs, s'est terminé par des réjouissances, symbole de l'État unitaire qu'est le Cameroun.
Friday 20th May 2022 has gone down memory lane as Boyo Division in the Northwest region joined the rest of the country to celebrate Cameroon's Golden Jubilee. Despite threats and ghost town from separatist fighters to secessionists in the division, celebrations at the Fundong Grandstand went hitch-free, chaired by Boyo SDO Tinia Fidel to mark the Golden Jubilee celebration in Fundong, kick-started with a unity walk with various manifestations, military parade, schools display, civilian and socio-political march past, award of medals, stock prizes to various groups, schools, traditional dances and lots more. Boyo SDO Tinia Fidel appreciated the population of Boyo for their massive turnout despite the threats and ghost town, urged the population of Boyo to continue to be united and consolidate Republican values.
To be thankful individually and collectively to all women, men, delegates, hospitable population who turn out massively to celebrate the golden jubilee of the unity of the states. I would like to urge them to continue to be united for the pacification, for the consolidation of Republican values, and obviously the sustainability of the development of Boyo Division.
Fundong Council Mayor Dennis Awundang in a message to those still in the bushes, sending threats and making people not to turn out and enjoy the celebrations. Mayor Dennis Awu craved the population of Boyo to continue to be resilient and shun fear, so that their activities, especially the development of the municipality, can pick up for many more celebrations ahead.
The Fifinda ceremonial ground has served as host to the people of Lukunje, a locality in the Ocean Division of the South region of Cameroon, who have joined counterparts nationwide in demonstrating their love of fatherland with the celebration of Cameroon's 50th anniversary as a unitary state. It is within the context of the 20th May festivities, which has been traditionally observed with a march past, beginning with members of the defense and security forces, especially as this year's theme centers around them. Fabrice Noah Mani, Sub-Divisional Officer for Lukunje, while applauding the massive turnout, full participation of all, has also emphasized on living together as not just being a slogan but a lifestyle.
Today, the people of Lukunji and the administrative authorities have come together to say their support to the armed forces for the fight against terrorism in all its forms and reiterate our national unity for a Cameroon proud of its cultural diversity.
With a civilian march past involving even children from the primary, secondary and high schools, associations and political parties, this event has been fully celebrated in Portman Fair. Meanwhile, to call it a day, the SDO, on behalf of the head of state, His Excellency President Paul Biya, also took time off to celebrate excellence in the workforce with the handing over of medals to some members of the armed forces, amongst others.
L'hymne national qui a retenti à la place de l'indépendant de Tien, localité située à 140 km de Ngaoundéré dans la région de la Damawa ce 20 mai, a donné à Auguste Somba, prophète de ce département, l'occasion de passer les troupes en revue. Question de rendre un hommage aux hommes en tenue. Une patrie reconnaissante ce vendredi à Tien, 7 récipiendaires ont reçu des distinctions honorifiques après la formule rituelle prononcée par le maître de séance.
Du président de la République. Et en vertu des pouvoirs qui nous sont conférés, nous vous décernons le grade de chevalier dans l'ordre du mérite agricole.
Tous habillés en uniforme neuf, les éléments constituant les forces armées camerounaises ont au rythme de la musique procédé à la parade militaire, un défilé qui a permis à tous les corps de l'armée présents dans cette partie du pays de démontrer leur puissance.
L'administration pénitentiaire, mesdames et messieurs, admirez l'élégance, admirez le pas. Cela fait d'ailleurs très chaud au cœur.
Tous les établissements scolaires de Tien, les associations politiques et apolitiques et les groupes sportifs de la place ont aussi marqué les pas pour exprimer leur satisfaction d'appartenir à un Cameroun un et indivisible.
Nous avons le message de satisfaction. Vous savez que la commémoration de la fête de l'unité, c'est une grande histoire pour tous les Camerounais.
Les spectateurs se sont réjouis de la bonne tenue des festivités nationales et les résistances populaires dans les quartiers.
In Cameroon's economic capital, Douala, this occasion took place at the 20th May Boulevard with the presence of the governor of the Littoral region, Samuel Ivaha Dubois, who chaired this occasion and other administrative dignitaries of this region. This occasion kicked off with the national anthem, followed by medals given to meritorious officers who distinguished themselves in their work. Military officers, forces of law and order, pupils, students, political parties, organizations all took part in the celebration. On the question of security challenges, the governor of the Littoral region, Samuel Ivaha Dubois, reassures Cameroonians this day on measures being put in place to ensure national peace.
I can say that the region of the Littoral, as other regions, are just part of the nation, and there is no discrimination, there is no way to say that we have some Cameroonians here and the other Cameroonians in the other way. We are belonging to the same family, and when there is a problem, we are facing problem. When there is peace, we are together, and we have to see that the head of state is the one who has given us the way to be in peace in the Littoral region. And we saw within this week how people were behaving, how the forces and the population were feasting together without any discrimination. So we are happy to.
In the context of COVID-19, the governor mentioned that the COVID-19 cases in the Littoral region are few and pleads with the population to continue respecting COVID-19 barrier measures.
Pandemic, and we can see that the population of Cameroon are just following the policy of the head of state. So today we don't have any illness about this COVID here in the Littoral region. So we can just say that we have to peace, but to be very vigilant and to continue to observe these governmental measures.
In a whole, this occasion in the Littoral region went on successfully.
La remise des médailles à 39 lauréats dans les grades de grand officier, commandeur dans l'ordre national de la valeur, chevalier national dans l'ordre du mérite agricole et du mérite de la force publique était la première articulation de la célébration du 20 mai 2022 à la place des fêtes de Bafoussam.
Tous les pouvoirs sont conférés. Nous vous élevons à la dignité de grand officier à l'ordre national de la valeur.
Pas qu'à danser, imposant en plus d'une démonstration du matériel roulant, font partie du spectacle offert par les forces de défense et de sécurité au public venu nombreux vivre la grande parade civilo-militaire. Malgré la forte pluie, l'enthousiasme est resté le même, et ce pour un défilé des 3 arrondissements concentrés à un seul endroit à Bafoussam.
Nous sommes tous contents, pleins de joie. Nous avons eu une fête ici à Bafoussam, un jour mémorable avec plein d'activités, d'enthousiasme. Les populations sont sorties massivement pour être témoins de ce jour d'histoire du Cameroun. Et les activités étaient diverses et c'est une fête fantastique que nous avons enregistrée ici à Bafoussam. Nous sommes très contents et que la joie continue et que la paix puisse continuer au Cameroun et que les uns et les autres puissent jouir de notre pays, chacun dans sa diversité.
Les meilleurs de chaque activité, dont les volontariats et le défilé entre autres, ont été primés. Une articulation qui a officiellement mis un terme à la célébration de la 50e édition de la Fête de l'Unité dans la région du Soleil couchant.
The May 20th celebrations kicked off in Tombel subdivision in the Kupe Maningoba division in the southwest region smoothly after over 2 years of no celebrations due to the coronavirus pandemic. The divisional officer for Tombel subdivision, Yam Leonard, yesterday chaired the celebrations in which he expressed delight over the fact that peace has returned to the area, and he says peace is priceless. I am so happy peace has been restored. The population is working hand in gloves with the law enforcement officers, all in a bid to maintain peace. Of course, peace is priceless. Since 2018, the narrative has changed. People have understood the need to work as a team, and the results are glaring. The military corps of the country took turns displaying their prowess. Apart from the military, the ruling CPDM party was also present, chanting and expressing joy to the head of state. Educational establishments equally came out to profess love for their fatherland. Primary pupils and secondary school students dressed in flamboyant colors, waving flags displaying love for their country. Also top on the agenda was the award of medals to deserving personalities such as Rose Ngasa, Mayor of Tombel, who appreciated the fact that her hard work has been recognized.
I wish to dedicate this meeting to all the militants of CPDM because this medal was given to me through the hard work that I've been doing through the party.
The MP, Juvett Cecilia, also felt delighted for her recognition.
I've received the Medal of Merit. You feel delighted when your superior recognizes the work you do and grade you and give you something significant to show that you merit it. And this will go a long way to encourage all those who are still working, that they should not give up, they should work hard. Despite the fact that we're in a rural area, we are proud, we are happy the head of state is taking note of every little thing that people are doing at their own corner to make sure that the peace and unity and development reigns in our country.
The entire population of Tombel feels good about the fact that peace has returned in the area and activities are going on hitch-free.
L'arrondissement de Lukunje s'est joint au reste de la nation en célébrant la fête nationale de l'unité ce 20 mai 2022. Élèves, armées, personnalités politiques ont tous répondu présents à la place de fête, signe de leur amour pour la patrie et son unité.
En effet, je voudrais exprimer toute ma satisfaction au regard de la beauté, la splendeur de la célébration du jour, qui est, comme vous l'avez relevé, une reprise, car nous n'avons pas pu manifester tout notre attachement à notre unité nationale courant des 2 dernières éditions en raison de la pandémie Covid.
Alors que l'armée invitée pour cette édition a joué son rôle afin d'assurer l'unité et la stabilité du pays, Lukunje rassure en mobilisant la population pour cette même cause.
Toutes les populations de l'arrondissement de Lukunje, de 37 villages qui composent cette unité administrative, se sont rassemblés ici à la place des fêtes de Jufinda pour dire leur soutien à nos forces de défense et de sécurité dans le combat qu'elles ont engagé contre le terrorisme sous toutes ses formes et redire également notre unité nationale. Un Cameroun debout et fier de sa diversité culturelle.
Un cinquantenaire réussi et l'excellence célébrée par la même occasion à travers la remise des médailles aux plus méritants. Ainsi s'est achevé le jubilé d'or dans l'arrondissement de Lukunje.
May 2022 Unitary State Golden Jubilee Day celebrations in Bamenda after 2 years break due to the coronavirus pandemic. Celebrations in Bamenda took place at the Commercial Avenue Grandstand, chaired by Northwest Governor Aldov Lele Lafrique. With tight security, 75 persons were happy recipients of medals.
This particular distinction, I must say, if you watch the line, you would have known that I am the youngest to be there to receive this particular medal. It's it's been exceptional. I must say thank you. Thank you first of all to all the sports actors in Bamenda. Encourage all other Cameroonians to be more patriotic, sacrifice for your country. Leave the little you can for the country to be better for the younger generation.
I'm noticing we are more and more going to the normalcy. I think we are going rather and rather, and we'll be like that in the coming days.
Though the streets remain deserted, with most inhabitants at the neighborhood all indoor in respect of 4 days ghost town instituted by separatist fighters, secessionists and others for fear of the unknown, the country's National Day celebration in the region went hitch-free on the value of social peace and a harmonious living together. Some city dwellers in Bamenda hope national unity and bilingualism be reached a new horizon for real democracy and social justice. Celebrating on the theme, the advent of security forces at the service of the people in preserving social peace and national cohesion, a guarantee for an emerging Cameroon, the region, through the civilian and military march past, expressed their commitment to the ideal of one and indivisible Cameroon. Northwest Governor Adolphe Lele Lafrique called on the population to redouble effort and bring back normalcy in the region by building true relationship with the military and administration.
The relationship between the population and the armed forces, the relationship between the population and the administration, the state has improved a lot since insecurity has been reduced to the bare minimal in many corners in this region.
In a civilian and military march past, the defense and security officials in a military parade reassured the population to work in collaboration with the military and security forces, keep separatist fighters secessionists at bay. The troop was under the command of Colonel Techa Felix. As the country celebrates its Unity State Golden Jubilee, there is dying need for Cameroon for a concept like national unity and social cohesion. Bring back lasting solution to the suffering people of the two Anglophone regions and the education of their children.
After close to 6 years of no national or international day celebration in some areas of the restive northwest region, the people of Ndop-Ngogotunja division braced the odds and turned out massively for the 50th anniversary of Cameroon's National Day, presided at by the senior divisional officer for Ngogotunja, Christain Anderson Konge. Pupils, students, members of political parties, including the ruling CPDM and council workers, all turned out in their numbers in Ndop, chief town of Ngogotunja division of the Northwest region, to celebrate Cameroon's 50th anniversary as a unitary state on May 20th. Beautifully dressed in their school uniforms and party wears, waving the country's green, red, yellow flag, these Cameroonian citizens carried out their civic responsibility after 6 years of not doing so due to the armed conflict rocking the two English-speaking regions of the country. Cameroon's defense and security forces in Ngogotunja were also very present as they marched past the Ndop ceremonial ground during the National Day celebration presided at by the SDO for Ngogotunja, Christain Anderson Konge. The celebration marking the 50th anniversary of National Day in Ngogotunja went hitch-free amid tight security after about 6 years of a timid or no National Day event.
A display of patriotism in Loom subdivision for both civilians and the armed forces as they all gather to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the reunification of Cameroon. After 2 years of non-activity due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the divisional officer of Loom expressed satisfaction regarding the turnout of the population. The population of Loom is happy, just like the rest of Cameroon, to celebrate the Golden Jubilee of the reunification. They came out in their numbers, showing how much they love the country and their willingness to serve in peace in line with the vision of President Paul Biya. With the focus of this year's 20th May celebration on the armed forces, the military parade at the Loom Ceremonial Ground was commanded by Lieutenant Mohammed Mulion under the supervision of Major Etuge Lotson Henesenge, commander of the Mobile Intervention Brigade controlling Tombel, Bangem, Loom, Kongsamba and Banga. The military prowess of Major Etuge Lotson and his troop are the result of peace enjoyed by Kupe Manenguba today. Himself being a son of the soil, he used every means at his disposal to ensure peace and stability in Tombel and surrounding villages. The parades were followed by the award of medals to some well-deserved personalities. After the official ceremony, the officials and invitees gathered to share a common meal and toast to national unity and national integration.
The celebration of the 50th edition of the National Day in Bankim, situated at the 700 km from Gaoundéré in the Adamawa region of Cameroon, saw a massive turnout of the population who were all ready to showcase the march past in celebration of the National Day in the presence of the divisional officer of Bankim and other important dignitaries. The divisional officer of Bankim, Theodore Odobunyasa, calls on the population to work together with security officials in the region in order to preserve peace and unity. We invite the population to stay behind the forces of law and order to help preserve peace and unity in the country. Also present at the ceremony is the mayor of Bankim and Juvett, who talks in the same line with the divisional officer. We need to live together as one in order for peace and unity to keep reigning in our nation. The ceremony was graced with many activities such as march past, dance from different cultural groups, and the award of medals to important personalities in the locality.
Despite the killing of 4 students and a teacher of Government Bilingual High School Ikondo Titi and the assassination of Dio Timothy Abulowa, Mayor Nanji Kenneth, CPDM Dian 2 Session President, the population of Ikondo Titi subdivision could not be indifferent to the commemoration of the 50th anniversary of the National Day celebration.
We want to thank God because Ikondo Titi cannot be left out as usual. Today is the 50th day anniversary being celebrated all over the nation, and we are part of it. The massive attendance of the population has made it well and done that we are really part of this nation. Despite the ups and downs, which we know, weeping may tarry for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. All this will be history.
The celebration was enveloped with award of medals to some Cameroonian military parade, followed by civilian march past with the active participation of the CPDM party and motorbike riders in Ikondo Titi. While presiding over the celebration, the acting divisional officer for Ikondo Titi, Fu Francis, called on those still in the bushes to drop their arm and contributed to the development of the subdivision.
I want to seize this opportunity to call on our children in the bushes to come out, lay down their arms, and receive the offer made by the head of state, His Excellency Paul Biya. For the population of Ikondo Titi, the most valued peace we need must return. Ikondo Titi has had more than enough.
The 50th Unity State celebration in Ikondo Titi ended with some cultural display from some social and cultural groups.
Cameroon's defense and security forces, civilian students as well as political parties in Limbe, Fako division of the southwest region have demonstrated love for fatherland as they marched past the Manga Williams ceremonial grandstand. The celebrations of the Golden Jubilee of the National Day in Limbe, presided over by the Senior Division Officer for Fako Division, Emmanuel Ngamba Ledux, saw a series of harmonized activities marked with a grandiose military parade. After 2 years of non-activity due to COVID-19 pandemic, those involved marched past the ceremonial ground with enthusiasm, waving the nation's national colors. The ceremony also witnessed the award of medals to some Cameroonians who have served this nation diligently. One of them is the Lord Mayor to the Limbe 2 Council.
It's a wonderful day for me to be decorated with this officer of the Cameroon Order of Valor. I think it is very, very reassuring because we realize that the small effort we put within our local community, the government and the presidency is aware of our efforts.
The grand civilian parade that closed the ceremony witnessed the participation of students, political parties and the likes of PCRN, UNDP and the ruling CPDM party bearing striking messages with centers around the promotion of living together. This year's celebration in Limbe went on hitch-free despite lockdown calls imposed by separatist fighters.
Even though Meme division was on a lockdown, some persons, especially militants of the CPTM party, turned out in Kumba to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the National Day. Presided out by the Senior Divisional Officer for Meme, Tundong Chamberlain, the National Gendarmerie, the Army, the elements of the Rapid Intervention Battalion, the B, the Firefighters Brigade, the Police, the Penitentiary Administrators, Higher Technical Teachers Training College and others took part in the military and civilian march past. Awards of medals also made the celebration colorful, as some persons were recognized by the state of Cameroon for their contribution to nation building.
In the name of the President of the Republic, and by virtue of the powers conferred on us, we hereby elevate you to the rank of Knights of the National Order of Merit in Sport.
The Senior Divisional Officer Tundong Chamberlain used the event to send a peace message to the Kumba population.
The population of Meme have mobilized themselves to join the remaining population of the whole country in order to celebrate with a lot of joy and satisfaction. We can say it that the forces of law and order also are trying their best to bring back peace in Meme division. Despite the difficulties, they are trying their best. Let me seize the opportunity to congratulate them. To congratulate also the remaining population who are committed to support them in that very important assignment.
The celebration took place amidst a 5 days lockdown imposed by separatist fighters at the time when the entire nation celebrated the day, reflecting on the theme Defense and Security Forces at the service of the people in preserving social peace and national cohesion, a guarantee for an emerging Cameroon.
In celebration of the National Day in Boya, chief town of the Southwest region, elite of the Munyakot area turned out en masse to join the celebration of the 50th anniversary of Cameroon as a unitary state. After the military parade, the award of medalists to over 21 personalities, the march passed by schools and universities, political parties, and private sectors. Then came the Munyakot area chiefs and elite association, brandishing the banner with a request of a subdivision. A court area that is made up of 45 villages. Chief Mukwa Philip Ikomi is the president of the Munyakot Area Chiefs Conference.
The message behind the march past of today is that we, the chiefs and elites of the Munyakot area, for the past 5 to 6 years today, we have been so backward in our social activities. We came out today in massive to tell the population and to tell the administration that we actually need a subdivision in our court area. That will help us to foster development in our area.
The governor of the Southwest Region, Bernardo Calabilai, who presided over the ceremony, congratulated the Boya population for the massive turnout for the event.
Congratulate all the population of Boya and the other headquarters of the subdivision who mobilized themselves to give the nation the love and the respect the nation deserves. You know, always said we have only one nation. So happy that the population of this region, and particularly the city of Boya, understand that when the nation is concerned, they must wake up and join the rest of the nation to celebrate.
It makes meanings to recall here that it is the first time after 2 years since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic that stopped the celebration of the 20th May anniversary. But the turnout in Boya, many would say, was indeed a success.
Despite the insecurities brought about by the ongoing socio-political crisis in the northwest and southwest regions, the population of Nkambe in the Ndonga Mantung Division Northwest region braved the odds and massively turned out to celebrate national unity on May 20, 2022. Over 6,000 citizens converged at the municipal grandstand from pupils, students, civil society activists, social groups and political parties, displaying their patriotism regardless of the crisis situation.
I want to thank everybody for this massive participation in the 50th edition of the National Day today, the 20th of May 2022, here in Nkambe. The population, by their massive participation, by their peaceful appearance, by the way the children, the parents and everybody have been out here, I want to thank everybody. And I think what has happened today reminds us of the fact that every big family, despite the fact that you can have difficulties, you should always come together on days like this. Not to say that there are no problems, but to say that even with problems, you can look for a peaceful approach. And I think that is the behavior that the people of Nkambe subdivision have shown by their massive presence and their participation in all the events that have marked this great day.
The Ndonga Mantung Division over the years has maintained its call for peace, unity, social cohesion and attachment to Republican institutions. The turnout at the grandstand on the 20th of May this year tells it all.
The populations of Ndonga Mantung in general and Nkambe subdivision in particular have just manifested what they do best. They have just shown to the world the degree of their patriotism. They are a people who believe in Republican institutions. So this National Day, which brings to light the one and indivisible nation Cameroon, is a feast.
It should be noted that May 20 this year was celebrated in Ndonga Mantung as well as other parts of the northwest region amidst a separatist-imposed boycott and lockdown.
The celebration in Mbonge subdivision was presided at by the divisional officer from Mbonge, Otto William II. The military and civilian march past saw the gendarmes, the army, the police, the Cameroon People's Democratic Movement CPDM party, Mbonge council workers and others.
It's important to mention here that it's a melange of
Reacting after the march past, the mayor of Mbonge, Chief Daniel Matamukambe, said the event was a success, while stating that there was a security coverage provided by the head of state, Paul Biya.
We had a successful march past. You can see that we had finished our march past, which the military, the school population, the parties, especially CPDM, the youth wing, WCPDM and the CPDM, they all participated in this commemoration and celebration of the 50th anniversary, the 20th May celebration in Mbonge subdivision. We had also a security coverage, thanks to His Excellency President Forba, for granting us the presence of military, the defense, who ensure that there shall be a peaceful and conducive atmosphere for the celebration.
Mr. Elionje, Inspector of Basic Education from Bonge, also said the event was successful and peaceful.
In Bonge, we celebrated the 50th anniversary of our National Day in a very peaceful and calm atmosphere. It was quite colorful. Actually, we had a march past, the military march past, and the civilian march past. We had schools marching. We had political parties that participated.
In the Konye subdivision, the event was also a success despite the low turnout. The divisional officer of the subdivision, Mr. Atta Moses Njep, alongside the mayor, Barrister Musima George Lobe, ensured a proper celebration, even though only few persons turned out due to the imposed lockdown by separatist fighters. The celebration in Bonge and Konye went on without any hitches.
Pupils, students, cultural association and party officials and the forces of law and order came out at mass at the Tiko Upper Christain Grandstand celebration of the 50th anniversary of the Unity State of Cameroon. After the singing of the national anthem, it was the award of medal to some meritorious Cameroonian in the name of the President of the Republic.
In the name of the President of the Republic, and by virtue of the powers conferred on us, we make unite the Cameroon order of men.
Followed by a march past with the military taking the lead, pupils, students, political parties, social group, hosts of motorbike riders under the watchful eyes of the divisional officer for Tiko Subdivision, Vorbu Kamekawa Armstrong.
The message is that we are all Cameroonians and we need to come together as one to forge ahead our national unity, to preserve all of what we have as our cultural heritage. And this cultural heritage is our nation, Cameroon, which belongs to all of us. And that is exactly what we have been celebrating today in this 50th edition. I think we have all admired the beautiful parade, both of the military and the civilians.
The population in Tiko Subdivision still live in hope that the celebration will help foster the sense of peace and patriotism among the two English-speaking regions of Cameroon.
L'histoire de la musique camerounaise a été écrite par des grands artistes devenus